Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Fire trophy thumbs up.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
On the city's North Shore, this is Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight's a good one here in the AFC. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. D. Eskridge to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Unfortunately, those injuries returned last season. Katie played his fewest games since his rookie season 11. It was pretty obvious, too. Those Dolphins, 6-5 with him, 2-4 without him. He's a difference maker.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Here's Tua. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Here's Achane up the middle. Has some space inside the 15. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead right away. Devon Achane with the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers nothing.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Rodgers throwing to start it off. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. Finds his man over the middle. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. That one hits for 30. And that is a Dolphins first down.
First down. A gain of 30. And a Dolphin first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
With H-Man here out of the gun. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Tight end in motion right. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. This is Warren headed right. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Connects on the crosser. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll send him over right. On second down, Warren. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to run for it. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Warren running between the tackles. And get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Rodgers from the gun. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers hold a slim 2-point lead early. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers push their lead to 3.
Steelers 10, Dolphins 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Miami offense headed out there now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down, Tagovailoa to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. He's making a bid for it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. Tua out of the pistol. Escapes the defender. And that was a big 3-yard gain because of instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down from the 42. To throw, Tagovailoa. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 2nd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
They'll start on the ground here with Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Blitz coming for Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Rodgers to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Now that's not what the offense styled out. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Dolphins bring out a 5th defensive back on 3rd. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself into rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tua gets this one to Waller. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. It's Achane on the inside give. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's 2nd 10.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They bring Westbrook Akine in motion left. 2nd down carry for Achane. Shoots away from one. They can't stop him. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for 3rd and very short.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Dolphins, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Dolphins.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Finds his back. Achane. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. Tagovailoa finds him over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? To the air on 3rd and long. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. They'll run here following the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Steelers have played to an early lead. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Throw in. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Throw to the right finds Waddle. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The kick by Patterson is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's a type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
At the 28-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They'll go again with Warren. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
They put Austin in motion left. It is caught left side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Steelers have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down from the 42. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he gets him around 6 there. Jack Jones making that tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Warren once more. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They sneak it with Rodgers. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First and 10 from the 32. Warren here from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Trying to get outside here with Warren. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Boswell able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Malik Washington. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Complete right side to Washington. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Here's Achane from the pistol. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Back deep is Williams. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target and really the timing of it all. You could be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
Rodgers going to throw here, third down. This one is also going to be incomplete. Knocked away again, and they're left looking at fourth down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. Here's Achane up the middle. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Westbrook-Ikhine, the man in motion right. Achane again on 2nd. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
Chan, a first down carry. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is a Dolphins first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
From the gun on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Oh, and the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Jake Bailey on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Steelers offense headed out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Space past the 35. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Motion the slot man right. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Finds a seam down the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He'll get 22 out of that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. This is Warren headed right. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal.
It's a gain of 18.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Brought in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make it a 9-point advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game.
Dolphins 10.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10. The first carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Caught quickly on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Steelers in the dime for this third down. They'll throw third and long. Escapes the pocket. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
1st down, here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. All down by the 1st rounder out of Oregon, Derek Harmon.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to run for it. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Miami.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. They bring Westbrook Akine in motion left. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Tua now from the gun. This one's caught. And boy, they made a challenge for that 1st down. They got very close. Picked up 14. Now it's 3rd and short. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Tua off the play fake. Chased out to his right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game before halftime. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game.
Dolphins 17.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Finds some space. He's past the 30. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Counterplay here, Warren. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Play action here with Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. To the air on first down. Rodgers. That's caught in stride by Freiermuth. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
It's a gain of
That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You'd love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
On first down, Warren went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Gets it to the 15. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone on first. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Okay, you get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it, too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
So the incompletion on first. Here is 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Boswell to add the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Now Boswell on to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. That's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
It's a nickel look from the Steelers here on 3rd. It's Achane on the inside give. They stop him after a gain of about 3. Leaves him looking at 4th down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Punting unit out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
The tackle made by Jordan Brooks. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Rodgers. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that takes them to 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To the air on third and long. Austin makes the grab downfield. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a gain of 22. And the Steelers have a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Trying an inside give to Ward. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here they go, getting set for third and 4. Rodgers set to pass. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's good for us Steelers.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and netted some positive yards.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So that brings up second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Rodgers throwing again on second. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is third and 3. Going again here, it's Rodgers. Gets this one to Fryermuth. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone now. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. They'll throw again. Rodgers. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Throwing again. Rodgers. Setting up the running back screen. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers make it a 16-point ball game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned,
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown.
Previous play is under review.
Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
All right, so the officials take that touchdown away. He did not break the goal line. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Gainwell will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. And they got to him for the sack, but I think that they might have had an unfair advantage there, Brock. Sure looked off sides, and we've got a flag. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 3rd down.
That penalty moves them 3 away from the marker. 3rd down here. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
That is a wow. Maybe that's a double wow for me. 2 sacks in the previous 3 snaps. I can really criticize quarterbacks, and too often I do, to get rid of the football, but that is about a defensive effort. Knowing what's on the line when you get in the situations in the red zone, Kate, can't do it much better than that.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Boswell able to knock it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Wow, he had to power through 1 tackler just to get back to the line that time.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Achane running right. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
They'll send out the punting unit, and this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Ball taken in at the 36. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs too.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Line up the design keeper. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stops by Chop Robinson.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
On 2nd down. Oh, he lost the football. And the Dolphins got it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. He's robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Tua now from the gun. That's brought in by Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Running with Achane here out of the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, we've got unbelievable cameras. So many tremendous replays. But when you get sacked multiple times by the same guy, you start talking to him a little bit. You start reminding him, hey, man, I think that's enough. I think 2's good enough for you. Please don't give me a third time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll throw 3rd and long. Here's a screen for Achan. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And now it's 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's excellent job getting the completion.
On the move past the 40. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A pickup of 17. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Handoff goes to Gainwell, running left. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Taken down back at the 42.
All right, we reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. The Steelers up a couple of scores and in control of the football. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Rodgers from the gun. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He's going to try another deep one here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Dolphins have some new life in the 4th.
Kate, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope A little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
The Miami offense headed out there now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Third and long. They're going to throw. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Short pass brought in. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Warren here from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That's caught in stride by Freiermuth. And he's down to almost, no, actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. Well, it's a perfect play to break it big.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Again, Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
1st and goal, Warren. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to Warren. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
At the 26-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Tua. This is complete to Waller. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. That one gonna go against the D.
That's interference. Defense.
So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, and obviously without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a third down conversion via penalty. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. On the move, headed right. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Air it out on third. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 7 yards on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Austin put in motion right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
2nd and 10.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st and 10.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason. Because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A give left side to Warren. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
1st and 10 from the 32. Rodgers will look to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Rodgers set to pass. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And he's out and clear. The 30. The 10. And this is going to be a pick 6. He is in for the Miami touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Tagovailoa has his offense ready for this two-point try.
The Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
They give it to the back of us, pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And the defense is on it in the end zone. Talk about a play that could swing this ball game. That might be it right there.
23.
Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick 6, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline to get out there to defend the two-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Warren quick on the draw. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And the Dolphins are going to get to him. He is dropped. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
The Steelers set to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Caught by Washington, left side. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. You put a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Waddle makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and tremendous accuracy come to life.
This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Man in motion here. Tua now from the gun. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on two sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
Now to throw. He's going to run for it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Gainwell. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Steelers have a first down.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. They stick with Gainwell. Gets it to the 15. And it's going to be a win for the Steelers. He gets in the first, and they can run this clock out. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. Lining up to take a knee on second down. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.